Roz, it's Peggy from PrettyPaperCards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here with my little Yorkshire Terrier, Ellie. Ellie went to the groomer this morning and she got all pretty with a new bow and a fresh little haircut for Christmas. We are so excited about Christmas. I don't know about you guys, but it's getting very close. Okay, today's the 22nd of December, 2021. And we've only got 3 more days until Christmas. And so we're getting excited. We're thinking about food, and I got all my presents wrapped, and I'm gonna see here and make sure if we're on. Okay, we're live. So it's so good to see you. And I wonder how your Christmas plans are going. It seems like every day I have something on my calendar to do to get ready for Christmas. Hi, Roz, good to see you. And we're just happy that Christmas is coming. One little note that, of course, because this Friday is Christmas Eve and next Friday is New Year's Eve, I won't be having any Friday lives for the next 2 weeks, so it'll just be this Wednesday and next Wednesday. But we're going to have lots of fun because there's a lot of stuff going on. Oh, doesn't she look pretty, Roz? I thought so too. She really looks, I think, you know, they do a great job. Let me get her up here a little more so you can see her. She's just so pretty today. Just a super pretty little girl. So no lives on Friday, but there's a lot going on because we have a new catalog from Stampin' Up! Coming out on January 4th for customers. We call it going live. Or, you know, now in the record world or music world, they say something is dropping. Well, it's dropping on January 4th. And I've got lots of stuff to show you. I'm going to show you one new stamp set today, and I'm going to just keep showing you all kinds of stuff so that you can get a good idea of what's in this new catalog and you can start making your wish list. And let's see, what else did I want to talk to you about? Oh, the prize, I'm going to give it out at the end today. So, and I have a new good prize for next Wednesday. So make sure to remind me if I don't give it out at the end. Yes. Marcia, good to see you. I'm glad you're on. So remind me before I close today because I'm changing and doing a little bit different. I am trying to figure out a new program where I can have like a wheel that spins for your prize. But it takes a little, you know, a little practice, a little computer work, and I'm hoping to be able to figure that out during the holiday. But I'm not sure if I'll have time. But that's kind of my goal, is to get that wheel that spins where you can see it, because it just sounds so much fun to me, kind of like Wheel of Fortune or something. Okay, news. I'm going to put Ellie down because she is really ready for a nap today after her grooming. I'm going to pop this up just a hair, and then I want to tell you about some news. So, you've seen my pretty adhesive pack that's $38, and I'm working hard to keep ahead of my orders because the shipping is a little bit slow, and so they've been going pretty quickly, and I thought today I would maybe take some things out and show you because it's my favorite adhesives. And remember, I told you that it's, let me get it where you can see it, a grouping of really pretty ribbons. Some are Stampin' Up, some aren't. They're just ribbons that I got that I thought looked pretty together. Excuse me, and the addition of a pom-pom. A pom, they call it. So it's really cute, and it's hot pink. So let's pull out some of what's in there. Well, of course, my favorite adhesives. You have to have my favorite glue, the multi-purpose glue. I use it all the time on here. Yes, the new catalog has so many great things, Roz. And if you're a customer of mine, it should be on the way. I'm waiting for someone to tell me that they received theirs because I had Stampin' Up! Send them this year. And so you should be receiving your catalogs anytime if you're one of my customers. And if you're not, just contact me, Peggy at PrettyPaperCards.com, and I'll send you one because I have some sitting around here. Okay, the next adhesive that I love is the mini glue dots. Okay, next is Stampin' Dimensionals. Who can even live without Stampin' Dimensionals, right? That's a needed, favorite and needed. And the mini Stampin' Dimensionals we need. And then one that I'm growing to love is the Stampin' Seal Plus. The regular seal, I'm not loving as much. This one is nice with a nice firm hold for 3D projects. So those are the 5 items that you get, the 5 adhesives. Plus, I've made some really pretty little thank you notes for you guys, anybody who orders one. So it's kind of I want it to be a fun treat for you. So if you'd like one of these, I'm going to put everything back in it now. Just let me know, email me at Peggy@prettypapercards.com, and I'll get you all taken care of, okay? So I'm going to turn the camera down because I have a few other things I want to show you. So let's turn this down and see if it works. Okay, this is my new pad. Cute Pack was out of the room a second tending to my patient. Oh, okay. You like the Stampin' Seal. You love the Stampin' Seal Plus, Roz. I'm glad you do, because I do too. Okay, so I want to show you, in case you haven't seen the mini catalog, the new mini catalog. I can't show you the inside, but yet, not until January 4th, but it has a beautiful cover, and these are some of the items that you can purchase, that you can order. These are some of the new items. And then the Celebration catalog, because beginning January 4th all the way through the end of February, for every $50 order, you get to choose a free gift from the Celebration catalog. I've been showing a few of those, and they're really good, really nice. So, because we have lots of fabulous new stuff, I am doing product shares, and I know that some of you love them. Some of you have taken advantage of my product shares in the past. A product share is where I order 1 pack of every brand new designer series paper, and they are gorgeous. Let me tell you, gorgeous, in the new catalog. And then I split it up. I split up 1 pack into 4, and so you get a quarter of every package of brand new designer series papers in the new catalog, and that's called a paper share. So you don't have to spend your own money to get every pack of paper. You get a sampling, and then the ones you really love, you can go back and buy full packs of. But paper shares are fabulous. I used paper shares for a lot of years before I became a demonstrator, and even a little after I did, because it's handy just to have a little bit of all the beautiful papers. So my paper shares are $44 for this new catalog. The ribbon shares, I'm going to do the ribbons, they're $25, and then I have this option called I Want It All, which of course you want it all. We all do. And so you get a sampling of, here is a little picture of, I took a picture, or put together a picture of all the papers in the new catalog. There are 11 new papers in the spring mini catalog. They'll be shipped to you in 6x6, or one paper now is very interesting. They've put it in a 4x6 sheet. So that paper you'll get in a 4x6. Everything else, if it's not a 6x6, I cut it down to a 6x6 because it's so much easier for me to mail and less expensive. So you'll receive 100 6x6 sheets and 12 4x6 sheets of gorgeous paper for $44. And the ribbon share, I want to make sure you can see that. I'm trying to think how many, 6 ribbons, 6 brand new ribbons. That's right, it says it right here, silly me. 6 brand new ribbons in the catalog, and a package of what's called fan baker's twine. It's a package that has 3 rolls or spools of baker's twine all together. And so you will get 2 yards of each of the 6 ribbons in the catalog, plus a full package of the fan baker's twine. That's 42 yards total for only $25 shipped. So that's, I think, a pretty good price. And then if you want it all, it's $60. And you need to reserve it with me. I'm going to order everything on January 4th when the catalog goes live. I'm going to race right in there and order it all. So I hope you can get your reservations to me and your money to me by January 3rd. That's the last day I'm going to take reservations. Email me at Peggy at prettypapercards.com, and on the 30th of December, I'm going to send out invoices, PayPal invoices. We're not allowed to keep the money very long, so I need to time that so that I don't keep your money too long. It's not a good thing. But I will send you an invoice. Let me know if you want to reserve your shares, and I'll put you on the list. Okay, now we're ready to get down to some business. I have some beautiful Christmas cards that I've received from some of you, and I want to show them to you. I'm not going to say who created them, but these are so gorgeous. I love this one. It pops up to reveal another sentiment down underneath. This is beautiful. I love every one of them. Here's another one that used the Whimsical Trees stamp set. Isn't that so pretty? The Whimsical Trees. And this is from the Gingerbread and Peppermint set. You guys are amazing crafters. I can't even, I just, you know, I don't even know. I think, what do I have to show you? Because you are beautiful crafters. Look at this one, To the Coolest Friend Ever with the igloo. Isn't that super cute? And this is a beautiful one. That is using, I believe, our Bedazzling paper from Celebration. And it says Merry Christmas. That is so beautiful. Every one is. And look at this one with the poinsettia and the sparkly holly leaves poking out. Just beautiful. Here's another fun one. Again, the Whimsical Trees with the little, not tinsel, but rope cording there. Isn't that pretty? And that's it for the Christmas cards. And now I'm ready to show you the project. But I just had to show you all those beautiful cards. They're so pretty. So the sneak peek today is a brand new set called Sentimental Swirls. This is a stamp set that was designed by a $1 million demonstrator. That means they've sold $1 million in product, not in a year. It takes a period of time. But those sellers are few and far between, and if they sell $1 million, they get to design their own stamp set. So, hi Linda, good to see you. So this is the $1 million stamp set created by Sam Donald, and she's the girl that she's known as Poodles. Her name on Facebook and YouTube is Poodles, P-O-O-T-L-E-S. And this is the beautiful stamp set she designed. And she does amazing stuff with this set. I just started to play with it, and I thought we would make the card that I played with, and here it is. Look at that. It has these beautiful swirls, little bird, little butterflies, little flowers. It is, thank you Linda for sharing. I really appreciate sharing. So this is the card we're going to make today, just so that you can see this beautiful Sentimental Swirls stamp set. And so what we're going to do is we are going to start out with the piece that we're going to stamp on, and I'm going to use my Pierce mat, Stampin' Pierce mat, because it is photopolymer, and I want to make sure to get a really good impression on here. Isn't it? I think you guys are going to just love this stamp set. I already love it, and I need to go back and see some of the Poodles demonstrated it for us at Onstage, and I need to go back and see some of the fabulous things that she did with it. Oh, actually, so we're going to start by putting on 2 large swirls, and these take your largest, I think it's the largest block, or close to it. It's block E, this stamp, because it's such a beautiful swirl. I've always loved it when they have swirl stamps. I don't know about you, but I just love it. And I am using, for the swirls, because I want it to be kind of a background look, I'm using Pool Party. And so I'm going to start up in this corner and put it right up in here. And then I'm just going to press really hard to make sure, because Pool Party is a bit light, and I want to make sure it really shows. I don't want it to be dark, but just like that, just a faint but nice look. Allison, good to see you. I'm glad you stopped on. You're playing puzzles with your son? He's an adult son, so You shared to the Michigan girls. Thank you, Marcia. I appreciate that. Okay, so now we're going to stamp this swirl one more time and see if we can fit it in on this piece. And it's Pool Party ink. So I'm just going to really press hard to make sure I get a good impression there. And we did. Isn't that a beautiful swirl? Don't you just love that? Seriously, I love this stamp set just for the swirl. Okay, now we're going to go in and put a couple of the cute little birds on. This is the cutest little bird stamp. I don't know if you can, let me get my fingers out of the way. Can you see that? Isn't that just darling? Oh, you're doing a 3D puzzle. Oh, I don't know anything about that. Your son is smart. I know that, though. So it's probably some smart thing. Okay. So let's put this little bird. I'm using, I think it's Bermuda Bay. Let me confirm. Yeah, Bermuda Bay ink. And I'm going to try to get this little bird on some of the swirls like he's just sitting on a swirl. And you can see his little feet. He's just cute. Or she. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, I just love this bird. I can't stand it. I think he's so cute. And then I'm going to put one right down in here. Let's see. Just like that. And then we'll put one right up here on this little end of this swirl. We'll give ourselves 3 birds. I just think he's so cute. His tail is even swirly. Isn't that just cute? And now what we're going to do is let's color the birds in with Daffodil Delight ink on the Dark Daffodil Delight Stampin' Blend. Let's color these sweet little birds. So our colors are going to be Pool Party, Bermuda Bay, and Daffodil Delight. So we're just going to, it's really easy. You don't want to go over the Bermuda Bay too much because you might pull it into the Daffodil Delight. So you need to really try to stay in the lines, but it's not hard. It's not hard. And I'm using the pointed end of the blend, not the brush end. So we'll color all 3 of these little cuties. And then what we're going to do after this is we're going to stamp one on another piece of paper and cut it out and lift it up on dimensionals so that one of them is kind of lifted up and superimposed over its, anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. Just because it adds a little height and a little interest if you pop up one of the little birds. And I suppose you don't have to color under it. It's this one that I'm going to pop up. So let's do that now. I have some little slips of paper, and let's see if we can get one of the little birds to fit on there. I think it'll fit. Let's try. Not quite. Okay, I have more. Don't worry. And we'll put one right on there. And then we're gonna, this set does not come with a punch, and it does not come with dies. So, but I'm telling you, it's really easy to fussy cut. And so we're just gonna fussy cut the one little bird and pop him up. And then we're going to go ahead and stamp some flowers. I don't know what kind of, well, with yellow, I guess maybe I'm making it into a little parakeet. What do you think? Aren't parakeets yellow? Okay, so let's just cut this one little bird out. And I'm not gonna really cut much with regard to the feet because it's gonna be superimposed right over or lifted up right over another one. And so the background is exactly the same, and I don't think people will really notice that. Bermuda Bay, you know, I don't use it very often, but it's really a beautiful blue, isn't it? I really like it. And it looks particularly good with Daffodil Delight. So I'm going to go around up here and then go back to trim a little bit more. It is a little tiny little guy, so you have to pay a little bit of attention. Canary. Hi, Lenny. Thank you so much. Canary, you're right. I'm glad you said that. So it's a yellow canary. I'm so glad that this cute little bird is in this set, because this is something you can pop in anywhere, just like the, I think I'm going to, one of his feathers I'm just going to clip off there because it would be too hard to fix it. Okay, so here we go, and we're just going to put him right over that one, and his little body is enough to fit one Stampin' Dimensional. I think I tried that when I made the original card. Yep, just perfect. One Stampin' Dimensional on that little canary. I'm so glad you told me that, Lenny. I wasn't sure. Okay, so we're just going to pop him up. You don't have to be exact because you want them to see that it's popped up. I just think that gives such a nice little look there. Now we're going to go back in and do some butterflies with Daffodil Delight ink. And I'm going to show you on the stamp set. Look at this stamp set. Here's the butterfly. And everything has we could have stamped this stamp and to color in the canary. I just didn't. But the flowers have inside a two-step stamp inside. Everything does. The leaves, all of it. And so the butterfly does too. I'm going to color him in again though. They've got two sizes of flowers, the large and the small, the little bird, leaves, and the swirl. Isn't that just super cute? And these are little other swirls that you can add on. We might do that in a little bit. Okay, so let's get our little butterfly, and we're just going to put that little butterfly all over the place here. I just thought we'll just stamp him all over, and then we're going to go back and color in with, this is Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to use So Saffron Stampin' Blend to color in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think that's enough. You're supposed to always have an odd number, so we're going to go with that. And here's my So Saffron Stampin' Blend, and again I'm going to use the pointed end, and this is even quicker than the bird. To color the bird, you just really just zip around that butterfly real quickly. And again, we could have used the stamp that stamps the inside, but I just wanted to do this. And then what I think I'll do is we'll add a few extra swirls here in a second. Let's play with those extra swirl stamps. I really didn't plan on doing this, but I'm thinking, so here they are. This is what they look like. So you could have one come off like there. Let me get another block, and we'll do that just for fun. Since we're really playing around, this is the first time I made the sample, but this is really the first time I played with this stamp set just for this card. Isn't it cute, Marcia? You can, there's so much you can do. So let's see. Okay, I'm trying to think of how she did it. I think she came off like here, right off one of the main. There we go. See how that looks? Right off one of the main big part of the swoop. Let's get the other one and see if we can find a place to put that one too. You can really make this just about as curly as you want to. So I'm thinking this one might fit right in here. Like that. Let's try something else. I had to see if I could get this to come out here, but it might distract from the bird. Okay, let's go back to this one. See, you can really create with this. You really can totally create. I'll have this kind of come off the page a little bit. Look at that. Isn't that neat? I think it's very fun. I just think it's very fun. So now we've got our card pretty well done, And we're now going to stamp the word hello, and I'm going to just stamp it in a little piece and just put it right there on dimensional. So I'm going to use the Bermuda Bay again because it's the darker color. And the sentiments on this set, they're really nice. It's kind of like, almost like it reminds me of elementary school printing. It's so clear and nice. I really, really like it. It has just a neat look. So let's just stamp the hello right on there. And then let's see if we want to cut it out, or that's all of our stamping, I think. So I'll put my pad over to the side. So how do we want that hello to be? I think because everything is kind of soft and curly, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this little hello out because we can give it some soft curl to just add to that look. I bet your minds are already swirling with all kinds of things you can do with this set. So we can just put that right there, and we're going to put a couple of dimensionals on behind there. Look at that, 2 of them came off at the same time. Perfect. Take that little top off. Just set it right in there. So the birds are like saying hello. Isn't that just darling? And then here we have our card base, which is 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And we're going to just go ahead and burnish that and put our sweet little stamped piece right on top of that. This basic white piece is 4 by 5 1/4. And we could have put it on earlier before we added the hello and the other little bird, but it's okay. And we're just going to slide this right on there. And then we're also going to put a piece on the inside because we want to have it be convenient for the person or for ourselves to write on the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my pad back in, and let's stamp another little bird here. What did I do with my bird? Oh, here he is. Let's just stamp one more bird on the outside, swirling like the stamp, I know. So let's put a little bird right in here on the inside, and let's grab our envelope and put one. I know you're kind of not supposed to put an image down on the right-hand side of the envelope, but I think this is so small, I don't think the post office, who could mind that cute little bird anyway? Right? Okay. Now we're going to glue the inside onto our inside of our card, and then we'll be done. I think this is a fun, easy set. I think it's going to be easy for beginners as well as advanced stampers. This piece is 3.5 by 4 3/4. I like to have a little bit smaller piece on the inside. I'll put that back. So here's our cute little card from the Sentimental Swirls Stamp Set. Isn't that just so cute? I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this. Isn't it pretty? Oh, thank you, Karen. Good to see you. Merry Christmas to you too. And so many of you sent me nice cards. I just love the cards that you all sent. And I received many pink cards because you know it's my favorite color, and I just appreciate that so much. I just keep looking at all my beautiful cards, and I make my husband look with me, and I show him all how pretty they are. Okay, now I'm going to give away our prize. What did I do with it? Because I saved it for the end. So here we go with our prize. The prize for this week was Stampin' Embossed Powders, a set of 3 Stampin' Embossed Powders that retails for $18, and it happens to, it's one that had a little boo-boo, and they put 2 clear embossed powders instead of a clear and a white. So that's the only thing, and it has the black powder, but clear means you could emboss over color, and so that's a really great it's good to have 2 of those. And the random number generator selected Carol Schaefer. She's a YouTube viewer, and so Carol, if you see this, and I'll try to connect with you, please email me at Peggy@prettypapercards.com and I'll get this out to you right away. Now my prize for next Wednesday is a set of 3 of my cards that I have done from the Eden's Garden bundle and suite, and I want to show you. I picked out what I think are 3 of my favorite cards that I made from this bundle. This one's, several of them I think say sending hugs, and this one even has a pretty little butterfly from the iridescent vellum right there, and it uses some of the gems, and so that's kind of a special little card. This one, and all of the envelopes are stamped. This one says sending hugs. This one says hello there, and it has our pretty, I think it's Just Jade gingham ribbon, and it's raised up. This panel here is raised up on the front, and then that's stamped real pretty with the flower on the inside. Yes, congrats to Carol. And that envelope has the little branch on it, and then you have to have a pink one, of course, and this says let's celebrate everything, and this one uses the flower and the branches from Eden's Garden as a background, and then this is fussy cut with some beautiful in color gems, and here's one of the dies out of the soft succulent, and there's the inside, and this envelope has the big stamp on it. So whoever, if you want this set of 3 beautiful Eden's Garden cards handmade by me, put prize in the comments, and I will enter you in the random drawing that I do next. I'll do it next Wednesday right before I come on, so you can receive this beautiful set, and I'm putting it in a nice envelope, a little plastic envelope that holds all of them and will keep them safe through the mailing. So that is the prize for next Wednesday. And remember, there won't be anything this coming Friday because it's Christmas Eve, of course. And make sure that if you want to take part in my product shares, make sure that you email me, Peggy@prettypapercards.com, because the last day to pay and to reserve your spot is January 3rd, because I'm going to order everything on January 4th, the first day that the new catalog goes live. So I'm going to come back on here. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. I want to wish each one of you a very Merry Christmas, a wonderful weekend, and I hope you get some good time to stamp. I plan to spend a little time stamping. My son is coming in from back east on Christmas Day, so even next Wednesday I'll be kind of busy, but I am going to take time to pop in with you guys and say hi and show you another sneak peek. So I wish you a Merry, Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Thank you so much for stopping by. Bye-bye.